This podcast is sponsored by BuyBiz.io. Discover premium AI-driven online businesses for sale, perfect for standalone growth or seamless integration. Explore now at BuyBiz.io to kickstart your digital success.
Essential tips for checking customer contract clauses to avoid surprises. Learn why checking customer contract clauses matters and how it can protect you in business and everyday deals. Know the key points before you sign. Why checking customer contract clauses can save you a headache. I was chatting with a friend the other day about how many people just gloss over contracts when they're signing up for services or partnerships, and honestly, it made me think, how often do we really pay attention to those little clauses tucked away in the fine print? If you're running a business, or even dealing with contracts as a consumer, knowing what's in those contracts can make a world of difference. So, let me tell you why checking customer contract clauses is a bit like having a secret superpower. When you take the time to read and understand those parts of a contract, you're basically protecting yourself from future surprises. You're avoiding the wait what moments when something goes sideways. First off, what exactly are these contract clauses? In simple terms, they're specific sections in a contract that spell out your rights, responsibilities, and sometimes restrictions. Things like payment terms, cancellation policies, liability limits, or data privacy rules. They might sound boring or confusing, but each clause can affect how the whole agreement works. Imagine you're buying a product or service, and the contract says you can't cancel the agreement until a year passes. If you didn't notice that part, you might be stuck paying for something even when you don't want it anymore. Or there might be a clause that says the company can change prices without much notice. Knowing this up front means you can decide if the deal really fits your needs. One of the biggest deal breakers is the liability clause. This tells you who's responsible if things go wrong. For example, if you're a freelancer and the client's contract has a clause limiting their liability to almost nothing, you might wind up taking all the risk. It's like signing up to fix a problem, but if something happens, you have little protection. Being aware of this helps you negotiate terms that are fair, or at least understand what risks you're agreeing to. Then, there's the cancellation and renewal section. A lot of contracts renew automatically, which can catch people off guard. You might think you've ended an agreement, but the automatic renewal clause means you're locked in another term unless you actively cancel. Checking this clause can save you unexpected charges or ongoing commitments. Another sneaky one is the confidentiality or non-disclosure agreement clauses. These prevent you from sharing information about the contract or your work, sometimes forever. That's important for sensitive projects, but can be restrictive if you want to talk about your work or share results. So, how do you actually check these clauses without feeling overwhelmed? A few tips. Read slowly and more than once. You don't need to finish it all in one sitting. Highlight or note down parts you don't understand. Look up jargon. If you see words that are confusing, a quick internet search can clear things up. Ask questions. If the contract is with a company or client, don't hesitate to ask for clarification or request changes. Consider professional advice. For big deals, a consultation with a lawyer or contract expert can save you major headaches later on. Now, if you're in the market for buying or selling a business, like those AI-based ventures popping up everywhere, the contracts get even trickier because you're dealing with assets, IP rights, and future liabilities. That's why platforms like Archie-Boy Holdings' AI-based businesses for sale have listings that come with contract templates designed to protect both buyers and sellers. If you're curious about owning or investing in these emerging AI businesses, it's essential to understand the contract details thoroughly. Don't rush through. Explore those clauses carefully so you know exactly what you're signing up for. In fact, you can check out Archie-Boy Holdings' AI-based businesses for sale here. They have a variety of listings, each with transparent contract terms tailored for the fast-moving AI market. Explore their listings and take your time to understand the contracts involved. It's well worth the effort to avoid surprises and ensure you're making a smart move. Bottom line, contracts might seem like a snooze fest, but they're the real MVPs when it comes to protecting your interests. Whether you're a consumer, freelancer, or business owner, getting familiar with those key clauses can save you money, time, and stress down the road. So next time you get a contract, don't just skim it. Pull up a chair, put on some music if you need, and really check those clauses. Your future self will thank you. All right, that's all for me today. Remember, explore the Archieboy Holdings AI-based businesses for sale listings today to find exciting opportunities with contracts you can trust.